GD Vaharja agus Forgate Falcha, welcome back. So what we're going to do is bring everything into a sample answer. I'm going to give you two sample answers now, bringing it all in together. So let's have a look at this. So Sean O'Reen is Anam Dum, that's grand, my name is. So we're off to a good start, you got your name right. Perfect. So Is Anam Dum is the name given to me, is my name. Now, Tame Ocht Mlena Deigdish. Quick question for you. We have the word Mlena. Why? Because numbers 7, 8, 9 and 10 all have that M sound, Mlena. So Ocht Mlena Jeg, 18 years of age. And obviously the Tame, I am in front of it. Now, I was born. We're going to go for a Ruga Me. Again, go for that A sound. Ruga. Ruga Me. I was born. Sa. Inda. Sa Vlien. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop the letter V above that. Sa Vlien in the year. And we have Ga Vila. So what we have here then is Ga Vila 2001. Ga Vila is Sahin, but do not neglect the G sound here and the V sound here. Ga Vila is Sahin 2001. Now we have an Is Misha Andina Is Shina, which I really like because you're showing me you can use your comparative. Andina Is Shina, the eldest person. Andina Is Shina, the eldest person. So Is Misha, I am. Andina Is Shina, the eldest person. And then what's really impressive is you're using Sachlan in the family, but the family of kids. Now, Tadrifur Awan, we know F for female, so this is the word for sister, isn't it? So Drifur Awan, one sister. Drahar Awan, one brother. So Ta Drifur Awan agus Drahar Awan, I have one sister and one brother. And the Awan is coming after brother and after sister. Andina is Oiga, the youngest person. Who's the youngest in your family? Well, is E for female, is E Schneid. Schneid is. Andina is Oiga, the youngest person, Sachlan, in the family of kids. So Nilshi Ach Gemlina Dish. Now there's something nice that I want to pop into red here for you here, right? Nilshi Ach. One thing that I'm listening out for then, right, is fair enough, your verbs are quite good because I wrote it. But you've got ta, you've got ruga, you have ismisha, you've a ta, and you've is ishneid. Very often what students have when they're talking about their family is an overuse of ta, or worse again, v. So what we're going to do is use this lovely construct, Neil she ach. Neil she ach. And we're talking about shneid, that's why we're using the word she. And this means she is only, which is really nice. It kind of breaks up the monotony of it, so I like that. So Neil she ach, she is only. And then you're hitting me with a Je Mlina Dish, at 10 years of age. Again, 7 to 10 Mlina. Tashi Frastel Air, we have that nice phrase, attending, going to. So Tashi, she is. Eg Frastel Air, attending Skull Nave Bridge. Tan Skull Sitje and Yas Domachach. Now, quick question, right? See the word sitje, we know that means situated. I'm going to give you another word that we can actually use here as well. And it's the word lonaha. So what I want you to do, if your class uses sitja in their notes, I want you to take that out and I want you to use that word there instead, lonaha, which means based, same thing. Or vice versa, if your school, if your class is using that word lonaha, well then I want you to go with that word then sitja. So we're kind of going to do the opposite of what your classmates are actually doing, right? So ta and skull, the school is sitja, situated. And one thing I would hear from native speakers, particularly from the north of the island, is this word here, inyasto. Listen to it. Inyasto, which means next to, close to. What word do you have for next to, beside, or close to in Irish? You have something like in akale, in akale. Now there's nothing wrong with it. In akale is great, it's fantastic. But again, if it's something that everyone is going to use, how do you find your H1s? So what we're going to do is we're going to use inyasto, next to, close to, beside. Inyaka dum, or sorry, inyas dumachyak, next to my house, close to my house. Elarna klinia we had, which means in the middle of the family. So talim, lim is Elarna klinia, in the middle of the family. Tashe she bliana deigdish. And this bliana is making me very happy. Why? Because it's 16. So sé bliana, numbers between 3, 4, 5 and 6. Bliana. Sé bliana, 16. Sé bliana déag. So tá sé, he is sé bliana déag dísh, 16 years of age. And tá sé ag freastal which we know means attending. So tá sé, he is ag freastal attending. Now, remember I said to you in the previous videos, PH is always going to get what type of a sound for you in Irish? Can you remember? So every time we have a PH, we want to pronounce that as the letter F. So tá sé ag freastal Phobal. Tá sé ag freastal Phobal School Hilvanton. Wicklow Community School, Pobal School, Community School. Perfect. So that's us bringing all our material in there, our sample H1 material. Now, not very basic. It's kind of, you might think, oh, it's quite basic. I know an awful lot of that. But two things. Your pronunciation is either going to make you or break you. So pay attention to the V's, the G's, the V's, and the F's. And the second thing is, make sure we're giving the examiner comparative adjectives. Make sure we're using bleen, and make sure we're using an awful lot of numbers as well. This is all putting us into a top bracket for H1s. Right, let's look at the family for number 2. Sample answer here. Tá trúr de Savalia. I like that expression. It's not tá trúr mo theaghlach, which I get every year. Something different, something unique, so it stands out. So tá trúr going, 3 people. So there are 3 of us. There are 3 of us Savalia in the home. Tá trúr de Savalia. Me féin, myself. And then this word here, arnoi, means of course, indeed. Arnoi, me féin arnoi, myself obviously. Mo, bháthar. So what we're going to do is we are going to pop the letter V above that. Mo bháthar. And mo, brother, Joseph. So there's no F in that, so it's the word for brother. Think F for female, drifur is female, sister. So we've got drahar here. Agus mo grahar, my brother. Mo grahar Joseph. Now, I'm just going to talk to you very quickly about dialects in Irish. You've got 2 options. You can pronounce that as the letter G, mo grahar, which is very southern, very Cork, very Waterford, very Tipperary and Kerry and all them places down there. And the further up on the island you go, you would probably more give that a Y sound, mo yahar. So it depends where you live. If you live in Wexford, fair play to you, you've already won in life. And if you're not from Wexford, well then I'd imagine too bad. So you got mo grahar or mo yarahar, whichever way you want to pronounce it. Irish has loads of different flexibilities with pronunciation. Tá mo hish mahori kul scarha. So kul scarha is my word for divorced, as in the poem kul scarha. So kul scarha, divorced. So tá mo hish mahori, my parents are. Tá. Do me a favour. We don't pronounce THs in Ireland. We say 1, 2, 3. We say 33 because it comes from our Irish. We don't actually have a TH sound like in English. It does not exist in the Irish language, which is why we never pronounced THs traditionally in the island. So we're going to take it from the H onwards. Mo hish mahori. So anytime you see a T and a H, go for that letter H, right? Mo hish mahori. And there you have it in kul scarha. Again, we're not pronouncing the T. When the THs happen together, go for the letter H. Kul scarha for divorced. Tá mé Mahoney, I live in. Tá mé Mahoney, now I'm going to talk to you in another video about this as well, how to bring it up a notch to a H1, right? So when you tell me that you live in Dublin, Wexford, or maybe Carlow, or maybe Wicklow or Dublin, what I want you to use is like north, south, east and west, because this adds something that's quite basic. Everybody knows Dublin, Wexford, Wicklow, Waterford, everyone knows the counties, but tell me I live in North Wicklow, in South Dublin, in North Carlow or East Carlow or West Carlow. That's where your H1 is starting to become apparent. So if you live in Dublin or South Dublin, tell me that. So in Neshgart Valja. So in Neshgart Valja, and you're going to pop the letter V above that VH for me. So in Neshgart Valja. Now I've got these in another video for you, so don't worry. Inoich Darbanium is possibly one of my favorite phrases, and I'm going to use it in so many videos in the orals. Darbanium, Inoich means in a place. Darbanium means by the name of, and we can use this for books, albums, artists, groups, teams of sports. Darbanum, by the name of. So Inoich Darbanium, in a place. Darbanum, by the name of. Duach tre. Conin, Maher. My father lives. And remember, Irish is a verb first language. So Conin Maher, put the word lives first. So Conin Maher, my father lives. Lena with his, and we have a PH. How do all PHs get sound for us in Irish? F, don't they? Like we had up here, fubble skull. So Lena farty, Lena farty. Lena farty nua with his new partner, Lena farty nua. In Oich Eganella just means in a different place. Egan is the word for different. So in Oich Egan Ella, in a place that's different, in a different place. So we have brought it all together, some nice bits of vocab. Now, as always, make sure you tick off that you have gotten the vocab, you've watched the video, you've revised the material, and start trying to write up your own answers now. So that is us done for that part. I'm going to go on and make another video again and show you a couple of things. Nice short simple videos all the way through the orals to get you done and dusted as quick as possible, folks. As always, is we're deadly. Good to mean wagaf. Slán anish.